starting a new series on the podcast today called Teardrop. The series will take you through fictional episodes from the viewpoints of Trisha and Vikrant. Sometimes it's the same situation from their respective perspectives, and sometimes their shared journey. Chapter 3. The Letter He Never Wrote. Vikrant. Dear, dearest mine, I believe in the power of words as much as I believe in God. I know you will raise your eyebrows in astonishment, and the right side of your mouth will rise, turning your smile into a lopsided one, as you'll remember that I am an atheist. I cannot lie to you. Never have been able to, never will be able to. I like that about our relationship. I also hate that about us and what we share. This aspect of our relationship is like the rains in February. One is happy that the winter will linger a little longer, but also hates the grey that keeps the sun away. Words, I feel, have always ended up complicating things between us. We've been the strongest when communicating with glances and actions. But I am tempted to test the fates. So, I've decided to pen a conversation with you using letters, words, and symbols. I leave my pagan ways to do this. My first step towards the civilized world is a tribute to you. I know you know how important you are to me. Yet, this newfound ambition to appear civilized encourages me to use words to let you know just how important you are to me. I could be really cheesy and tell you that you're as important to me as water is to a plant. But I won't do that. To me, you're the hope that the plant will survive even if it does not receive water for a month while I'm traveling to unknown lands. You would think that I place so much trust in you against my better judgment. But the fact is that nothing else makes sense to me. I don't question my faith in you or what we share. Then you look at me as if I have some cheek to think on those lines, and a part of me feels betrayed because you question my faith in you with that look. Just a part though, that too a very small one, and that too for a fraction of a second. I see you looking at me, and we begin conversing in the safety of glances. And the world is once again like it should be. Complicated, incomprehensible, yet known. As tradition goes, at this point in the letter, I should tell you, you make the world a better place by being just you. I, of course, will do no such thing. You complicate things by your opinions, suggestions, sometimes by your actions, and sometimes by your inactivity. You make me think. You make me a version of me I don't think anybody else could have, even if they tried. I believe I would not take this kind of torture from anyone else. It is torture, trust me. Because there are days when being a part of you, of us, is too much work. However, with you egging me on without words, sometimes with just those glances and smiles, I don't even realize how much work I'm putting in. Then, after knowing you all my life, I sit down to write a letter and I realize I have worked hard. For someone who does not like to use words, I must admit I've done a commendable job so far. But I guess you would insist that that is because I was using words for you. I agree. You know, I'm not the kind of man to be jealous. My forte, I'd like to believe. But I must confess, your love for words makes me jealous sometimes. I felt a few times that you love them a little more than you love me. That thought alone was enough to make me jealous. My expression of jealousy was different. I decided to stay away from words, use them as little as possible, and relied mainly on gestures. Remember I had stolen your diary once? It was just a ploy to keep you away from words. You, very unlike you, had remained calm. You just smiled that wicked smile of yours and said, I don't need paper to make love to words. It was at that moment that I knew for sure that I loved you. I know you're just adjusting the way you're sitting right now. Your shoulders are bending a little forward. You're concentrating so hard that there are deep furrows between your brows. Yes, I remember that I've told you several times that I have loved you forever, and for me it was not one moment when it all began. While that is true, it was at that moment that it became crystal clear. I might not have shared this with you earlier because conveying this to you would have required a lot of words. Remember, I used to be jealous of them then? Now, you're not near me. I'm left with just words. You'd be surprised to know that I shower on them my love for you. Yours, V.